Hey guys, it's Michelle Thompson here, and I hope you are hungry because Mama's got a soul snack for you. Today I want to talk about something we all have, whether we use it the right way or the incorrect way. Well, that's up to the person. Actually, I take that back. We all use it the right way and the wrong way. But are we aware of how we use our imagination? Are you aware of building up or building down? So there's two different ways we can use our imagination. Okay, the first one, it's a quote. There's a quote that keeps coming into my mind when I'm talking about this or thinking about this topic is, worry is a misuse of your imagination. So we all fantasize, right? We all think in pictures. We see pictures as we're thinking in our head. And sometimes we create stories to go along with the feelings that we have at the moment, whether it's sadness, anger, jealousy. You know, there's these feelings that we have that kick in our imagination. And that's when our imagination just goes and goes and goes, and we can create the most vivid nightmares if we want, or if we don't want, because we do it anyway. And that's how we make ourselves sick and depressed and sad and stuck. That's the biggest part here, is worrying and using your imagination to think of the things that could happen that are bad, or think of the negative things, or dream up the worst scenario. You know, my son's outside, I just heard a boom, he's in the pool, he drowned. Like there's so many different scenarios I could have pulled through my head. But our feelings at the moment stop us from taking our imagination the opposite direction, which is up. So we also have this beautiful power to use our imagination to our benefit, to visualize our dreams. And you can live in those visualizations. You can actually, I mean, it's pretending as you were when you were a kid. My son is a superhero freak, and everywhere he goes, he wants to superhero everybody. And some parents really just turn their head away and just think he's like abusive, which he's not hitting anybody, but he's a superhero in his head, and he has superpowers, and you know what? That's what he wants to do. That's who he wants to be. So it makes him happy. Why not? Why can't we do that? You know, I want to change people's lives. I want to lift people up. I want to share my experiences. I want to be living in different countries. I want to have my son just know different languages and cultures, and I want to play the guitar one day. I see myself jam into the guitar, and it's amazing. I can't sing. That's something I'll have to work on, but there's just so many things inside of my head that could build me up. So in another scenario too, instead of worrying, instead of thinking of every negative situation that could go on in your day, oh man, here we go. Here's Monday, and you know how Mondays go. Everything starts crappy in the beginning of the day, and it just tumbles from there. Instead of that, use your imagination to literally build up the day you want. Build up the feelings you want in that day. You want to be happy, you want to be free, you want to be just everything you want to be, you can imagine in your head. And when you do that, it brings it all into fruition. It brings it all true. And it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I catch myself all the time misusing my imagination, worrying, stressing, just thinking negative thoughts that have never even happened or never will happen. You know how many scenarios I lived out in my head and they have never happened? But while I was living out those scenarios, those negative, heartbreaking scenarios, I could have been lifted up and I could have been happy, but instead I put myself in this place, this sad dream, and you get absorbed by it, and you're living in it, and it just messes you up. It holds you back from your greatness, from your power, from your happiness and your bliss. So our imagination is this beautiful mental tool that we have, and we could take advantage of it every day. You just have to be aware of how you're using your imagination. Just check in with yourself, or just take note today and see how you use your imagination. Maybe this is something you've never even thought of, which is fine. Today's a new day. Dig in. See how you're using or misusing your imagination, and create the day, create the life that you want with that imagination. Because there's so much goodness in this world. There is so much opportunity. You know, we all have this power to literally create the exact life we want, the exact family we want, the exact dream job we want. You want to travel the world, you want to be the president. Like, you have to be it in your head before any of it can happen. So your imagination is a beautiful mental tool, and I hope everybody knows how powerful it is, whether it's a good power or a bad power. So use it to your advantage. Let it lift you up into your dreams instead of pushing you down in your nightmares. That's today's Soul Snack. I hope it touched your heart. I hope it just made you think. From my heart to yours. One love.